If you want to destroy a nation, destroy its economy. I mean, that's what the North did to the South in the first Civil War. With the blockade, with the tactics employed by Sherman and Sheridan at the behest of Grant, they ravaged the Confederate economy and brought that nation to its knees. Because a country that has to commit time and resources to just survive cannot resist the tyranny that is being imposed on it. They cannot produce goods to resist militarily. They will not maintain their freedom because they will likely sell that freedom for security, for peace and security. So we've got to remember all this is linked. The virus, and especially the response to the virus, is linked to the rebellion. And that's what's going on in the cities. It's a rebellion. They both serve as vehicles moving the world toward a new world order, which is going to be a global technocracy, where every action is tracked and controlled in a centrally directed society. This is Rob Palazewski, and you are listening to The History of the Future, where we look into our history to see into our future. No fake news here, just a big fat dose of the truth. Going to ask that you please go to our website, atpministry.com, atpministry.com. We produce a weekly newsletter, usually comes out on Sundays. A lot more depth than we can go into in podcasts or radio programs here. You can support the ministry with donations, or you can pick up my latest book, Absolute Truth, Building the Case for the God of the Bible, or we've got a Jesus Band CD there. That's the name of the band that plays the bump music on our radio shows. And it is a Christian blues jump and swing band. You'll never hear anything like it out there. All scriptural lyrics. It's unlike anything else there that I've heard in the Christian music scene. So they are out to destroy the economy. It's a control thing. The tactical goal is to destroy the middle class, to eliminate small businesses. And you know what? In that, they are succeeding nicely. Right now, the reported unemployment number is 10.4%, I think it was, 10.2, something like that. But the real number, if you go to Shadow Stats, the real number that would take in real unemployment is hanging about 30% right now. 55 million Americans have filed for unemployment since this all got started. 24% of us have missed a payment of some sort. 27% have missed rent or mortgage payments. That means they could be facing evictions. I think it's over 50% in South Carolina that could face evictions. You just take a look at New York City. 83% of the restaurants there said they couldn't pay their entire rent in July, and 37% paid no rent at all. This is attacking small businesses, mid-sized business, and it's destroying it. The lockdowns are destroying this country. And now to add to all of that, you've got a second wave of layoffs that's going on right now. And it's coinciding with the increase in COVID cases being officially reported. Of course, we know from many sources that the higher numbers of COVID cases are surging partially due to increased testing. You've got the increased testing. At the same time, hospitalization and mortality rates are going down very fast from the earlier estimates. But this is all fueling these new layoffs here. And a survey by Fox Business found that 31% of workers who had been placed back on payrolls after initially being laid off have now been laid off for a second time. In addition, 26% of rehired workers have been told, yeah, you're probably going to get laid off. So when we all see the massively inaccurate and very likely fraudulent numbers being reported, I mean, come on, 334 testing labs reporting 100% positives in Florida, 34 more reporting over 90%, statistically impossible stuff. When the real number turned out to be 9.4%. It's amazing. So when you see these fraudulent numbers, you know the fix is in. And those inflated numbers, though, serve as providing the false justification for further lockdowns or renewed lockdowns. And you're seeing this done in Democrat-controlled cities and states. Because to them, well, it hurts Trump's chances in November. And that opens the door to the people who want to remake America. Dave Hodges of the Common Sense Show actually concludes that the coronavirus is a weaponized political strategy. He says its aim is to erase the Constitution. And then, it would also result in bringing in the hard left socialism of the New Green Deal. It would eliminate civil liberties. Hodges charges one of the primary goals of the leftist big pharma and medical establishment was to construct a coronavirus test that will produce false positives. High CV-19 numbers can be used to lock down America, wreck the economy, ruin lives, the stuff that I said. So he's right. He's absolutely right about that. Now, the key vehicle in this whole process then becomes the vaccine itself. And as I talked about last week, right now they are producing a 2-part vaccine, a month apart. And in the tests, 100% of those who have gotten the 2 doses in the trial phase have suffered side effects. 80% of those severe side effects, as in chills, as in fevers. So you take that and then you add in the byproducts that are being developed to go along with the vaccines. In there, I'm talking about the tracing gel, the payment platform developed by MasterCard, and the fact that it is intended to alter our DNA permanently changing who we are. Who's going to be crazy? Who should be crazy enough to take this? And then there's the fact that the vaccines mutate. This is a very hard target to hit. They mutate, and the vaccines aren't able to act on them. But you know what? To the people putting it out there, that's okay, because they can just make another round of shots for next year and the year after that and keep us all locked down in the meantime. That is, unless you want to firebomb police cars or federal buildings or loot high-end stores. But don't you dare sing in church. Listen, we've got to be aware. We've got to understand the times that we are living in. There are elements in the church that are refusing to teach prophecy, refusing to talk about the end times. But all those scriptures are there for a reason. This is what Jesus told the Pharisees when they refused to see the signs of his first coming. He said this, "When it is evening, you say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and threatening. Hypocrites, you know how to discern the face of the sky, but you cannot discern the signs of the times." Jesus gave us the signs of the times in the scriptures. Wake up, America. Wake up, church. This is Rob Palazewski for the History of the Future, signing off.